Curry here tonight in the role of manager. To the center of the ring now, junior welterweights. Here's Michael Buffer.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we go to the junior welterweight division. This bout scheduled for 4 rounds. The man in charge of the action, referee Rudy Battle. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the red trunks with white trim, weighing in at an even 150 pounds from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C. He brings a professional record of 7-4-2, 2 KOs to his credit. Ladies and gentlemen, Demetrius Davis. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with green letters, weighing in at an even 151 pounds from Dearborn, Michigan. He's undefeated with a record of 4-0, 2 KOs to his credit. Ladies and gentlemen, the Arabian Prince, Tarick Salmaci.
There is a look at Salmaci, the Arabian Prince. The unique
that
name.
Is a unique nickname.
At all times. Good luck to both of you.
Demetrius Davis, meanwhile, and we spoke of coming into the ring cold, and here's an example of that. Demetrius Davis has not yet broken a sweat at all, and Salmaci might be well advised to jump on him.
Yeah, never a good sign when you're that cold coming in.
We are set to go in the junior welterweight division, round 1.
I hope the Arabian Prince isn't after my nickname. Years ago, Sam Rosen nicknamed me the Prince of Pugilism.
Oh, that's right.
Is he vying for that, you think?
I don't know if there's room for 2 princes in the same building.
Now, if I just recorded Purple Rain, it would all be different.
Exactly. What would happen if the Arabian Prince fought at the Mirage?
Or
just wondering.
Or possibly the Taj Mahal.
Or the Dunes.
All sites of Top Rank Boxing.
That's
over
right.
the 13 years of doing this show. We've been just about everywhere.
A little swelling under the left eye of Salmaci. I can't help but wonder if he didn't come in with that.
Yeah, I might have gotten it sparring, and he's been a little tentative here in the first round.
Nice clean breaking.
Davis with more experience. Record of 7-4-2 with just a couple of knockouts. Salmaci undefeated in 4 fights. Scheduled for 4 rounds.
Less frenetic pace, to be sure, than our first fight.
I tell you to break, just step out.
And Davis draws a little warning from Rudy Battle for holding.
He was actually, I thought he was the guy that was trying to get out of the way there. Both men trying to establish their jab a little bit here in this first round. Neither man having a lot of luck with that.
Davis got that left hand at the top of the head of Salmaci. Might have gotten his attention.
Salmaci is really trying to set up that right hand.
Missed with it that time. Came to right hand lead there. Got a quick right hand.
Yeah, he is pretty quick. It just hasn't been accurate so far.
No, break, step out, let him go. Watch it.
Good counter left hand by Salmaci, and another one.
Break, step back, let him go. When I tell you to stop punching, step back.
Salmaci is managed by Jackie Callan, who, of course, manages James Toney.
We're going to see James Toney coming up pretty soon on Top Rank Boxing.
Yeah, middleweight champion.
Let him go, step out, let him go. Watch it here.
James Toney, classic example of a guy who I really believe is better as a champion than he was as a challenger.
Oh yeah, he has improved regularly, even though he's had a lot of close fights. Some people thought he lost some, but his last performance against Iran Barkley was amazing.
Flawless. The end of the first round, and a pretty even round between Salmaci and Davis. We'll be back right after this.
Here's the right hand by Salmaci that toward the end of the round that shook Davis for a moment or two. And that right hand has been primarily his big weapon in this bout.
Although he did have a counter left hand in there that knocked Davis back.
I bet too.
Numbers in the first round, Davis not doing very much. Salmaci doing a little bit more. And I emphasize the words little bit.
Neither man landing real well. Davis is starting to get a little bit more offensive-minded, but he'll pay the price as he walks in, and he does, in fact, get hit with a couple of counter punches.
That may be the ticket for Salmaci, to wait on Davis and counter him. And the right eye of Davis all of a sudden is pretty swollen. Black and blue top and bottom.
Salmaci is a pretty quick-handed puncher, and he hasn't been real accurate with those combinations so far.
There was a left hand. Davis comes back. Davis really wild. Davis is a guy that every fighter has to be very careful of, because real chance of a clash of heads with him, and there's exactly what I'm talking about.
And all of a sudden, Davis switches to the lefty stance. Now he's back to the righty. That was out of nowhere. Didn't last very long either.
Left hand by Davis. Counter left, drops Salmaci. And he's wobbling.
It was the lead right, and when you do it, you are vulnerable.
Davis dropped the left hand right over it. Pretty good idea for Davis to jump on him. I don't think Salmaci has his legs back yet.
Now, Salmaci is really holding, as he was doing earlier. Now, the problem with it, that was a counter punch that Davis lands. Can he do it if he's coming forward after him?
Brushing right hand, and still Salmaci is not on really strong legs.
Now, the punch that did it for Davis was a left hook. What he should be doing, there you go. I was just going to say, is get himself in a position where he can throw that punch again. Just move to his left, dip down, and start cranking those hooks.
I think Salmaci is still feeling the effects here.
That time, Davis jabbed his way in, then looked for the hook.
A couple of good right hands by Davis. Very good round for Demetrius Davis. So ostensibly a 10-8 round for Demetrius Davis, and that's going to make it tough for Salmaci, although you did give him the first round.
Boys, listen to me. You stop using the left hand, he come over the top with a right hand. You understand me, with a hook? You understand? Use your jab, Tarick. You got to follow instructions, son. Listen to me. Use your left hand. Now start doubling up your jab and sending that hard right hand down the pipe. You understand? Move your head good, double up your jab, send that right hand down the pipe.
Take deep breath.
Give him a rest, son. Give him a rest.
Here is where the counter left hook came. Now, from a lead right, laid it out there, but it's classic textbook counterpunching by Davis. And you'll see why they gave him the advice they did. Now, had he used a double jab before that right hand, Barry, this would not have happened to him, and that's what they're telling him in the corner. You can't just lead with the right and let it sit out there.
Remember, the left hand, you got to keep using it, Tarick. Don't get in there, goddammit, and get lazy on me. Let's go, let's get this guy.
Stay back in your corner. Stay back.
So Tarick Salmaci is in a situation where he's got to come from behind. Third round scheduled for 4. Take a look at the numbers in the second round, and Davis did more, landed more, and had his man down, despite the fact that Salmaci's connect percentage was higher.
Now that time, Barry, the right hand got there from Davis. What Davis has learned is a very important thing also. In addition to the counterpunching, toward the end of that round, he double jabbed his way in and then could land anything he wanted on Salmaci.
Then he goes to the body. In this last exchange on your card now, Davis, of course, point in front because of the 10-8 round.
So this is turning into a very interesting and entertaining bout. Just in case somebody didn't know that I'm here to buttress that.
That's good the way he did that. And down goes Davis from a quick right hand. He says, I'm all right, but it's not going to be all right on the scorecard unless he comes back to have this round.
Well, it seems like the guy that can counterpunch throws with more power, doesn't it?
Davis just ducked right into that shot. And this time it's Davis that's in trouble.
Well, and this is about which you almost hate to be the aggressor, don't you? Because every time you are, something bad happens.
Davis with a right hand of his own drives Salmaci into the ropes.
And he took a right also at that same moment. Not a night for the faint of heart.
Hands up. Under.
And our main event we're really looking forward to. Tony Martin, Charles Murray. And we're going to be chatting with a couple of notable heavyweights on Ringside Report. George Foreman and Tommy Morrison will join us.
We've got a June 7th date. They're sitting here at ringside across the way enjoying this action, and this is the kind of wild action that most people expect when they get together. The knockdown by Salmaci in this round, and while he will probably win a two-point round, he hasn't totally dominated the round as much as you would have thought he might.
And again, an exchange of right hands. They both got there with the right hand. End of round 3, and it has been an exciting fight. We'll be back.
Great.
Well, never more excitement than then on Top Rank Boxing, and here's some excitement created by these two guys. Is that counter right hand by Salmaci sends Davis down, and we head into round 4.
And the fight ostensibly could be decided in this 4th round. Each man has been on the deck. And other than knockdown in the 3rd round, it was actually a very close round.
It really was, and I actually ended up giving a 1-point round to Salmaci despite the knockdown.
Nice combination by Salmaci. Started with the jab.
I have never had a more exciting round than the 4th round of the Johnny Cicero Caveman Lee fight in Detroit that night. You saw it there. It was astonishing. And the way we're going here tonight, we might recreate a little bit of that.
My memory, of course, of Caveman Lee is his fight with Marvin Hagler.
I know, it's a shame, really. That's how most people remember him, getting knocked down with a jab. And he was in so many other great fights.
One of those fights, by the time you said Marvelous Marvin Hagler, the fight was over.
Yeah.
And you can really see Salmaci looking to counter here.
Get off him. Strike, step out.
Left hand is step around. Come on, no more rounds.
Round that's very important, as you pointed out, will probably decide the winner of this bout.
And the truth is, neither fighter is doing very much.
No, this has probably been their least effective round, other than maybe the first.
Davis especially has hardly thrown a punch in this round. A couple of meek jabs. Salmaci's fighting this round as though he knows he's got the fight won, and I'm not sure I'd be all that confident. There's a counter left hand. He's been looking to do that.
And you know, Demetrius Davis has forgotten what got that knockdown, and that is the left hook. He hasn't thrown but maybe 5 left hooks in the last round and a half. And right there is where he's in a position to crank it up, and he's not throwing it.
40 seconds, 40.
See, now he's dipping down. You can see he wants to get in there and throw that punch. But the way he can throw it is by double jabbing his way in, then dipping down, then coming with the hook like he did there. But he didn't do it very effectively.
30.
So it appears the winner of this fight is just going to kind of coast in rather than, as they say in horse racing, one handily rather than one driving.
Yes. And that's a dangerous tactic here because I think either of these men can feel confident.
10 seconds. Finish squat.
So this fight is over, and it would appear that Salmaci did enough, although that last round was underwhelming. On a reminder, Major League Baseball underway, and right here on ESPN.
Yeah, that's it. Here is Salmaci at the end of the round landing some good shots against Demetrius Davis, and maybe put a punctuation point on that the win in the fight. And Salmaci won the last round. 17 punches landed to 8 for Davis.
Yeah, Davis just didn't seem to do very much in that final round, although he has the look of a man who feels he's won it.
Now, when you look at those numbers, you know, the knockdowns were even and the punches were close, so it could be a very tough one to figure out.
Scorecard still being tallied, and usually when it takes this long to tally them, we have some strange decisions. So Michael Buffer looks them over, and
no decisions are strange to us anymore because we never get it right.
No, and actually this fight, you really could make a case for the fight going either way. Let's get to Michael Buffer and find out. Michael?
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Frank Brunette scores the bout 37-37. He has it even. Eugene Grant and Richard Strange both score the bout 38-36 for the winner on a majority decision. The Arabian Prince, Tarick Salmaci.
Well, Tarick Salmaci is the winner by majority decision. One judge had it even, the other two 38-36. Davis thought he won it. The fact is, he didn't. You're looking at the winner.